Hey JT, Jessica Peterson here with Peterson SEO. I spoke with Tracy earlier and he thought that you would definitely want to check this out. Now, further research, it looks like you are working with Vinnie Mac, and I hope they've been doing amazing things for you over the years. A number of their customers to come to me and ask me to audit their sites, and unfortunately, I'm finding the same things across the board. And so I really hope they've been treating you well. You do have a good looking website. Most of the things I tell you to do are here, but it's still missing some really key elements, um, which is why you're just not getting the traffic that you guys deserve, okay? Um, right now, you're only getting about 25, 27 people to your website, and that is only because of your brand. And 90% of people, when they're searching, don't know who you are, so they're not going to be searching for a Texas certified restoration. They are going to be looking for Austin water damage restoration, Austin, and that is how your website needs to be built around, is those local keyword strategies. Now, so today I'm going to go through just a few strategies. Take that back. 3 strategies that you guys can start applying, and it's going to make a big difference. And I know that it will, because we've applied these strategies with over 50 other restoration businesses, and it's made a huge difference. Okay. So like I said, here we are on your website. You do have a good looking website. It is a good design. You have the basic fundamentals here in place. You've got the basic pages for your major services. At a minimum, this is what Google wants. You do have service area pages, but unfortunately, these pages are duplicate pages. It's duplicate content, same images, same content, only switching out the name of the city. And Google doesn't like duplicate content, and so it's not indexing you. It's not indexing the relevant keywords. And then there's not the right type of content and keyword strategy for them to pick up on keywords. So having the pages is great, but they all need their own original content built around your services, okay? And Google does want those separate pages for each service because it allows you to concentrate an entire page dedicated to one service, all the processes you have, answering the questions people have, and allowing you to hyper focus on the local keyword. And so if you're just in Austin, those would be Austin keywords for your homepage and these service pages. And then the service area pages should be focused on that specific city for your services. I do love that you have the click to call up here and you got the form up here. We find people see an 80% higher conversion rate by having that. So you got good placement on that. You got good trust factors here. Like I said, they did a really good job in the design. It's just the actual content and keyword strategy that is hemming you guys up, okay? So not only do you need a lot of content, the homepage needs at least 1,500 words. It needs to be more content than your competition has, but it also needs to be hyper-focused on those local keywords, and they need to have the right repetition. So Google's picking up on it, that they are keywords, okay? And then you do need to have summaries of each of your major services. Again, you have that, but there's no keywords, okay? There's no keywords, nothing to interlink with your pages. And so the fundamentals are there. You're just missing key aspects to get them to work for you, okay? Same thing here, okay? There's just no local keywords. So again, 90% of people, when they're searching based on those local keywords. So we need to be using terms like water damage restoration Austin, water damage Austin, Austin water damage, Austin water damage restoration, okay? Water removal, Austin, etc. Okay? We have to hyper focus on that. Google has crawlers which scan your website. They go through all of the pages, all of your videos and images. We want to make sure they're properly optimized. So this is 24/7 water damage emergency restoration, Austin, Texas. So that's good. That is an optimized photo. So we want to make sure everything is optimized. And that includes your videos, images, and written content. Okay, and then we just have to do better than our competition. So more content on the page, more long form blogs, more pages, etc. And then we should really, really be able to outrank these people because, like I said, the design looks good. It's just missing really key elements to get you guys actually indexing and ranking so you can actually drive traffic to your website. When we look at your competitor, your top ranking website here, competitor for water damage, is not a good site. It almost looks like this could possibly be a lead gen site. They do have the basic pages, right? Not a good setup. I'm not seeing a click to call button. I'm not seeing any forms. I'm not seeing anything for any real good conversions. I guess they have some information here. But they are hyper-focused on those local keywords. They got tons and tons of repetition of that keyword. So being able to get indexed for a bunch of really good local buyer intent keywords, and that's allowing them to rank. So you just have to do better. You already, I think, probably have more content than they do. So you just need to dial in that content with a real keyword strategy and just do better. So more blogs, more long form content, more words per page, more dialed in, not just generic information, but actually useful, helpful information for your customers. Okay. And then we know when your customers do a search, they're going to do a search similar to this. And when they do, there's really three main spots that your website can show up on the first page of Google. And the first is generally going to be ads, cost per click, and local service ads, which, if that's what you want to do, can be lucrative as long as you have everything dialed in and have the proper landing pages built. You're not just sending them to your main site. Now, the second area here, the Google Map Pack or Google Business Profile, this is an important section because 30% of people come straight here and don't go anywhere else. So when you're not one of these top 3 companies, you're not getting those calls. You're leaving money on the table and you're sending those jobs to your competitors. So in order to get in this top 3 here, if you're not already, is you need to further optimize that profile and get a bunch of citations. And citations are simply just listing the name of your business, your address, phone number, and website, and putting those in a bunch of directories like the Yellow Pages, Better Business Bureau, Glassdoor, Yelp, Angie's, Home Advisor, House, even your socials are citations. So going out and getting a bunch more of those than your competition is going to give you a huge boost to get into this top 3. And then finally, this third section here is the most important here. Because 60 to 70% of people come here. This is the organic section. 60 to 70% of people will skip ads, they'll skip the maps, and they come right here. So when you're not one of these companies here, you're leaving 60 to 70% of the available jobs on the table every single month for that specific service, okay? So in order for your website to show up here, it all comes back to the foundation of this site. Is it properly built with the right content and keyword strategy? And then are you supporting that with a backlink SEO strategy? Okay. Now, when we look here, this is Ahrefs, a paid tool we use to show how your website is performing. And we can see here, you guys have an awesome score. You have a 51 out of 100 in Google's Trust Flow. So that is amazing. Most of the websites I audit have really low scores. And the fact that you have 51 with 69 backlinks tells me these are some really powerful backlinks here. And so this here, your website is powered by backlinks. And so we do need a lot of backlinks. We need more backlinks than our competitors have. But we want to only get the good quality links. So we don't want any scammy, spammy links. We want good quality links that are do follow. And those are generally coming from other websites like other home service businesses and vendors, etc. Okay, so we need more of those than our competition. Now, you have been indexed for 67 keywords, but you're only getting the 27 people to your website. And that's because you're not getting indexed for those local buyer intent keywords And the only thing you're ranking for is your brand. Okay? Everything else is on page 2 or further back. And so you're missing out on a ton of potential customers not having those strategies dialed in. Where we look at that other competitor, Water Damage Austin, much lower score with the same amount of backlinks, okay, which shows not all backlinks are created equal. Obviously, yours are better. And so we just want to keep getting more of those good ones. And they have a lot less keywords, but they're getting 200 people to their website. And when we look at their keywords, it's because they're actually on the first page for those keywords. And these are the good money keywords. Water damage Austin, Austin water damage Austin, Texas, water damage Austin, Texas here. Look at how many search volume, okay? So there's tons, hundreds, and probably over 1,000 in search volume, just water damage alone in your service area, okay? So these guys are absolutely beatable, but you do have to apply that content keyword strategy for sure and support it with the right type of backlinks, okay? So please feel free to take this information, run with it, and apply it yourself, and start helping more people in your community. But if you'd rather focus on what you do best and have a partner that actually specializes in this, you can give us a call here at Peterson SEO, because we do specialize in restoration marketing and working with companies just like you guys. So please feel free to reach out if you have any questions. Respond back to my email, give us a call, and we'd be happy to chat. Thank you so much for watching, and I look forward to hearing from you soon.